Dr. Fairchild is off on another excellent adventure.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There have been many. We've been friends since we were 16 years old, just a couple of years ago. And
That's right.
you know, I moved out here from the East Coast, and now she's leaving and moving out to the East Coast. And as you go, Denise, what do you feel are some of your most significant accomplishments here in Southern California?
I believe it's the hearts that I've touched and the brains, the minds that I've changed. And there have been many, I hope, that have been able to take advantage of the gifts that God gave me. And my gift is giving it to others.
I think one of the hallmarks of success really is not only to create something, but to create something that will stand in your absence. And Benny is about to take over your dream, this business, this entity that you have put your heart and soul into for all of these years. Benny, someone who's come up under you and has just worked with you. And Benny, how do you feel stepping into those high heels, as you said? And what are some of the most important things on your agenda as you embark on this new adventure?
Wow, that's heavy. I think the most important things is to obviously maintain the integrity and the legacy of the foundation that's been developed by Denise's leadership and guidance, and at the same time begin to assess the new LA landscape and what are the new opportunities that will be driven by the kind of energy that she taught us to look at and seeking opportunity to make a difference. So I think looking at where LA is going and how we can be in the lead in terms of trying to help people understand the economic realities taking place now and going forward, and making sure that our staff and our partners in the community work together to begin to frame that conversation and really bring people to the table so that they can learn the skills and the knowledge so they can talk about their own realities in a way to help shape the kind of future that they want to build. And so our job is really to be that mediator, that facilitator, to bring that skill to the folks who already understand the economic inequalities that exist in communities, and give them the space so they could take ownership and transform their neighborhoods and transform their lives and the lives of their community and their families. So I think that's the big piece going forward.
I think that one of the most significant things about CD Tech and that also sets a great example for all of Southern California is a wonderful black and brown coalition that's here. And that's why I think it's fantastic that Denise has turned over the mantle to one of our Hispanic brothers. And I would love for both of you to comment on the importance of that moving forward for our neighborhoods.
Well, I think the issue is that we've often fought each other, and it's not about race, it's about economic justice. And the fact that we have to fight for the crumbs means that we've lost eye on the prize, and the prize is how we build the pie, and we all share in the future of America in equitable ways. And so race is a way to keep us divided. It's a way to keep those that have having and those that don't have squabbling. And so what we've built together, because Benny's been a part of this vision and this mission, at least halfway through and more, is that we get beyond that and we create a strong economic base for black, brown, and other families in the city.
What does it mean to you, Benny?
Well, when I look across the South LA landscape and the fact that I will be now the third leader or third person, Latino or Chicano, leading a nonprofit organization that focuses on serving South Los Angeles residents, that's significant. And I think that I bring a progressive perspective, understanding the need to work with African Americans and Latinos and immigrants, the Latinos US born and immigrant folks, to understand how do we redefine South Los Angeles, understanding the history of the legacy of the civil rights struggle of African Americans, at the same time understanding the kind of global economics that new migration and demographics has brought forward. And I think we could do it in a way where we represent the interests of African Americans as well as Latinos, as well as immigrant Latinos, because while people say that there's a lack of Latino leadership in South Los Angeles, there's also a gap in terms of African American leadership. And so for us at CD Tech, our vision is to help build capacities across South Los Angeles, and that means both African American and Latinos. And we believe honestly that with Latinos and African Americans speaking the same language, listening to the same music, developing a culture for the last 45 years in South Los Angeles that's very about being together, that we can build on that foundation and help then take that information and then begin to use to change the cultural landscape of South Los Angeles, the infrastructure of South Los Angeles, to kind of move away from the just us perspective and really focus on justice. And I think that's the big key, that CD Tech has always had that lens and that frame, and I think that's what makes us unique, is that we understand that economic opportunity, and for the benefit of all of Los Angeles, we have to create opportunity for African Americans and Latinos in our neighborhoods in South LA that have historically been marginalized. And until that happens, Los Angeles will not fully seek and benefit from all the talents that it possesses in its community. So
the passing of the torch at CD Tech, I tell you, is tremendous. But the next step is to make it a success, and we believe that.
Thank you very much. This is my girl!